How's it going, guys? Coming at you with a quick little video. I wanted to show you something that I picked up at my local Walmart today. This is something that I have never seen before. This is the Federal Champion aluminum. What it is it's a 115 grain full metal jacket round nose in aluminum case. What caught my attention about this, other than the fact that it's aluminum, is that it was less than $10 a box. I think it was like $9.97 or something like that. So under $10 a box pretty much. And that is really, really nice to see. It's nice to see that there is a 9mm ammunition available less than 10 bucks. I mean, I've missed those prices for sure. And I know that it is aluminum case, but for those of you that aren't interested in reloading at all and just want to go out and plink, this would be a really, really nice ammunition. There's definitely some downsides to aluminum. One of those being that, well, you can't reload it. Two is that it doesn't work in some guns. Like my wife's Kel-Tec Sub 2000, they don't recommend using aluminum case. And I think a lot of that has to do with the pressures that are built up in blowback actions, things like that. But for the most part, there are some guns that probably just won't run aluminum cased ammunition probably reliably, and part of that has to do with the fact that aluminum tends to be a bit more abrasive than your brass counterpart ammunition, and so it tends to not do well in some guns. But anyway, here's a quick little look at it. There you can see the head stamping on there, and it's Federal, and it has an N and an R. Okay, and as you can see, it's pretty much, I think, their standard round nose ammunition. And anyway, I think this is probably the same exact bullet that they load in their brass cased ammunition. We're gonna go ahead and pull one of these, and we're gonna pull one of the brass ones to show you what they look like here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and load this in my bullet puller. Screw it on, and we're gonna take some hits. That didn't take a lot. Let's grab a container here. And there you go. There's the bullet, and that's what it looks like right there. Total metal jacket on it. Full metal jacket all the way around. Cool. And that's what the powder looks like. It's kind of a really mild flake powder. If you guys can see that okay. Just kind of a flaky powder there. And here's what the actual brass looks like on the inside. You can see the primer down in there deep. Hopefully, let's get it in good light here. There it is. Nice and clean inside. And there be. Alright, let's pull the brass counterpart. Alright, so we've got one of the brass counterparts here. Okay, put it in, give it a couple little whacks on the floor here. One whack does it, does the trick. So let's compare the bullets here. Actually, they do look a little bit different. They do look different. You can see that this is the brass cased and this is the aluminum cased, and you can see that the one's polished better. But if you look at their bases, you can actually see a difference. See, the base on the left is flat. And the base on the right, that bullet is actually kind of curved. If you can tell the difference. Let's see if you can see it from this side here. There's just a little bit more bevel, or almost like a boat tail, on the aluminum side. And it almost looks like there's a difference in dimension. Let's go ahead and measure them up just for the heck of it. Make sure I'm zeroed here. So yeah, 0.355, that's perfect. And on this one, 0.355, that's perfect as well. So let's go tip to base. Tip to base is 0.561 and a half. 0.555. So there is definitely a difference. So this one's actually .561.5, .555. So this is actually a longer bullet. This one here in the aluminum side is actually a longer bullet than the brass. So anyway, that's kind of interesting. So it definitely is not the same projectile in both of these different ammunitions. And as you can tell, let's pull the casing out of the thing. Here's what the casing on the inside looks like on the brass side. And there's the head stamp on the brass as well. And now look at the difference in powders. So here's the powder for the brass case. It's kind of a matte. It's like a dark matte color, no shine to it at all. And then if you look at the powder on the right, you can see that it has a shine, and it's definitely a little bit different in consistency. Let's see if I can get a real close in shot here. There's that. And there's that. So it's definitely not the same powders, not the same projectiles, at least not from these two samples it's not. They're definitely a bit different shaped. I would say that the projectile coming out of the brass is a bit better quality than the projectile coming out of the aluminum case. Would that stop me from bulking up on the aluminum case? Absolutely not. In fact, I would probably, you know, for $200 you could pick up 1,000 rounds of the aluminum case stuff for plinking and for, you know, just whatever, target practice, things like that. I would definitely run the aluminum case, especially if I was in an area where I didn't have the option to pick up my brass as easily, like in tall grass, things like that, where you're going to lose it anyway. That's a good time to take your aluminum cased ammunition out and plink with that. So anyway, guys, that's pretty awesome that we're finally getting an option coming back on the shelves that is under $10. $10, guys. I can do $10 for 50 rounds of 9mm. You know, this new trend that we're seeing of $15 a box of 50 for 9mm is really, really hard to swallow for me. So, alright guys, so there is a quick look at the Federal Champion aluminum cased ammunition, kind of new to the market. So anyway guys, don't be afraid to pick some of this up. We'll do some shooting vids in the future with it, and maybe I'll do some commenting in the future when I get some more time on the range with it. So anyway, just a quick little look at it. So if you guys have any questions or comments about this video or about the ammunition, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. And as always, thanks very, very much for watching, and we'll catch you next video. See ya.